In his work Biographia Literaria, Coleridge presents a very detailed theorization of fancy and imagination. Now, if we had to look at Coleridge on imagination, we would have to consider his definition and his theorization of imagination as primary imagination and secondary imagination. Now, according to Coleridge, both primary and secondary imagination are similar in nature and in kind, but they are different in degree and intensity. So we will look at each of these one by one. So, what is primary imagination? By primary imagination, Coleridge refers to the human ability to receive impressions of the external world through the senses. So, when we want to, how do we absorb whatever is around us? How do we take in the world around us through our five senses, right? So, it is so we see, we look at something, we listen to something, we taste something, we touch things. So it is these five senses which allow us to strike a kind of communication to or to apprehend the world around us, to try and understand the world around us or to perceive the world around us. So this is primary imagination according to Coleridge, which is mediated through the five senses, and it is these sensory organs which take in, which absorb the world around us, whether in parts or in whole. So it is primary imagination, in other words, is the power of perception. Now, primary imagination is unconscious and involuntary. So we do not even realize that we are using primary imagination. We don't do it consciously. It is just part of our sensory experiences. So it is natural to be able to comprehend the world through primary imagination. And according to Coleridge, everyone does it. So primary imagination is universal to all, where the mind receives impressions and sensations from the external world. It orders them, it reshapes impressions a little, it rejigs them, resizes them to form a clear image. So, this is a faculty which almost all humans possess, because almost all of us have most of our five senses intact. And if we have our five senses intact, then we have an activated primary imagination.